Hello and welcome to Paula Armstrong Ceramics. I'm Paula and I'm doing a series of videos, short videos, to answer some of the questions that I quite often get asked about all things clay and ceramics. Now for this video I'm answering the question, how do you pick a glaze? So to begin with, the first thing you need to know is about clay, because you need to make sure your glaze matches your clay body. Now clays come in three main categories. You've got earthenware, which is the lower firing one. You've got stoneware, which is your mid-range, and then you've got your porcelains and high fires, which is at the top. Now, if you're buying glaze, make sure you know what clay you're using. Is it earthenware, stoneware, or high fire? And if somebody else is doing your firing for you, find out what temperature they're firing your pieces to, because you need a glaze that is going to match that firing temperature. Now I work in stoneware. All of my glazes are all stoneware, as my clays in the studio are all stoneware, so I know everything is going to match without any problems. If they don't match, you get problems with the glazes, so they might crawl or shiver, or any number of different things that happen to glazes that they basically don't fit. It's like putting a coating on something and it doesn't shrink at the same rate, and they don't fit each other. Now, if you know your firing temperature, clays and glazes have a range of firing temperatures. So if you find out what range your clay is, you can find a glaze that will match that range. If you know exactly what temperature it is, you just need a glaze that will fit that temperature that you are firing to. So you can have a firing range in temperatures on your glazes, or it could say a cone, or a range of cones. Mine are generally cones 4 to 6, because that covers the range of firing temperatures for my clays and that I use in my kilns. Now the cones refer to Orton cones, and each cone represents a particular temperature. So I tend to fire to cone 5, so I know the temperature for a cone 5 is 1196. I actually fire a little higher. I fire to 1200, but it counts as a cone 5 firing. Cone 6 I believe is 1222. So you need to find, if you Google online, it can tell you exactly what each cone means in terms of a temperature, and then you can find which range they are. Most will give you actually a cone range and a temperature range on the glaze pots, so you should be fine. But please do make sure the temperature of your glaze matches the temperature that you are firing your clays at, or you will get problems. Okay, so that's my quick answer to that question, and I will come back with some other questions and answers. All right, bye.